Susan Sarandon makes a great shrimp scampi.
Like a boss. Drag me, get it, pull.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm James. It's me.
Hey y'all, happy Halloween. Yes, that was Murr from Impractical Jokers. I got to sit down with him for 30 minutes in our exclusive interview. So much fun. He tells some great stories about the state of Indiana, his favorite thing to do in Indianapolis, and a crazy farm story that he literally turned his car around on I-70 to stop by a farm. So we're going to get all into that during our interview with Murr. It's amazing. We're going to be at Michael Carroll Stadium down in downtown Indianapolis for the IHSAA Soccer State Finals. Shout out to our Chatard Trojans. But whether you're going to a trunk or treat or maybe your kids are going out the old-fashioned way, I hope they get tons of candy, have a very safe, fun Halloween weekend. In today's episode, we're starting with our exclusive interview with Murr from Impractical Jokers. Then on Instagram, I asked a question. I asked you to submit your questions to me and let me know what you wanted to learn about. So we're going to be answering a few of those in segment 2. Then in segment 3, we're bringing on Nicole Pence, where we talk about a few brands here in Indiana that are doing some fun and innovative things on social media. So if you're interested in whether it's your personal social media or maybe you run a business account and you want to learn some tips, stick around to the end. We're going to be sharing that there. Also, this is your reminder. We just posted our guide video to South Bend and Mishawaka. So if you've been planning a trip up to South Bend, you're looking for a weekend getaway, we give you recommendations on where to stay, where to eat, what to do. I was blown away. South Bend does an incredible job of activating their river district. Today's episode is a special one. I hope you enjoy, and happy Halloween.
My guest today hails from New York City. He may be the funniest guest we've ever had on the show. He literally travels the world making people laugh. You've definitely seen him on your television as he stars in the hit series Impractical Jokers. His birth certificate says James Stephen Murray, but we all know him better as Murr. Welcome to the show, my friend.
What's up, Nate? How are you, buddy? Hello, Indy.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. We're really excited. You're coming to town November 6th, 7th, and 8th, I believe, at Helium downtown. After your stint, you're coming from St. Louis, stopping in Indy, then going to Louisville after that?
Yeah, every weekend, man. I'm on tour for the rest of the year. It's nuts.
Well, how long's the tour been?
15 years?
Like, how often do you spend out, like, every weekend on the road? And then are you at home during the weeks?
Yeah, mostly. We finished filming season 12 of Jokers a few weeks ago, and so now I have a few months off between seasons. So Sal and I in particular, we all go out. You know, like between seasons is really the only time I can tour. I do tour during filming, but I only do like one weekend a month. It's too hard, man. We're filming like 3-4 days a week. So now we finished shooting a few weeks ago. I don't start shooting again until the spring or like February. So I'm like touring, you know?
That's like out of the frying pan into the skillet. You go from like filming, you said 3-4 days a week. Like, I'm sure those are long days. Okay, is it more fun to do a live show or is it more fun to do Jokers?
They're both really fun in very different ways. Like last weekend I was in, or 2 weekends ago I was in Buffalo, and they had like what's fun is not the work. The work is fun. The show's like a blast to do, but like hanging out with the boys is a lot of fun too. Like one of the guys who's with me is my cousin. I grew up with him, right? And he's in the background right now on his phone trying to find. There's so many videos of me drunk riding scooters in Indianapolis over the years because I come back all the time. The guys, I've been there 100 times on tour. I've been there personally 100 times on tour. I've been there for Comic-Con multiple times. And it's always my idiot cousin and I from Brooklyn. We go to like St. Elmo's. He screams at me because I love St. Elmo's. It's my favorite restaurant in America. So much so that when we go to the airport in Indy, I force him to go again. It could be 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. We're flying back home finally after a weekend of work, and the airport, St. Elmo's, is still open, right? And for breakfast, but I make him order the shrimp cocktail no matter what, and he hates it, and I freaking love it. And to fuck with him, I will often send him St. Elmo's cocktail sauce. I do, dude. Do it all the time for Christmas, for Easter, whatever the occasion might be. A bottle arrives in the mail of St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail. I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, I love it. No, we can talk. So you grew up in New York, like from the East Coast. Yeah. When you thought of Indiana, like, is St. Elmo what you think about when you think of Indianapolis?
Well, I love the city too. The people are awesome. The nightlife's awesome. Good restaurants. The city's really pretty too. The whole air is really pretty. And then St. Elmo's, no joke, I've said it on 100 interviews over the past 15 years, is my favorite restaurant in America.
That's legit.
It's one of the only cities like touring is hard, right? Like you're traveling all the time. Not so much when you're doing like comedy clubs, because then I guess you actually enjoy Indianapolis for a weekend. I'm there for 3 days, right? But most of the time when the guys are on our tour, it's a different city every single night. And then you're either driving overnight on the tour bus or getting up at 6 a.m., fly. It's just hard, man. It's hard on your body. It's hard on everything. You don't get to see the towns at all. Even though we've been to every town in America 100 times now over the past 15 years. So as a result, like my wife will come with me in select cities that she's never been to, that I force myself to like, no, we got, you got to see this, Austin's beautiful. Indianapolis is one of those cities. She always comes, man, because it's
Let's go.
no joke.
365 days a year. You've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah.
If you had a percentage, how many nights at home? Where's is home still in New York?
I live in Jersey now. I'm in Jersey with my wife.
How many nights in Jersey a year? How many nights on the road a year? Or like filming?
I would say I'm home 100 nights a year.
Dude, that's
My wife and I
crazy.
travel. My wife and I travel a lot too, like just like for fun. I just love it, man. But we also have like a lot of our nights here are just like sitting outside with a fire with a bottle or two of wine. We also have a house 5 minutes away from our house that we live in. Our house is not big. My house is 4,600 square feet, which is just an average size house. We've got like a nice piece of property, like the backyard, but it's just a regular house, right? But 5 minutes away, we own a second house that we don't live at. But we were there drunk last night. I was drinking straight bourbon because I don't know if you heard this, man. Like, do you know I saved one of America's longest running, oldest model railroad clubs?
Wait, no. What?
Crazy story. 6 minutes away from my house that I live in the next town over, Rocky Hill, New Jersey, is a train club, a model train club. They're HO gauge trains, which are, do I have one here? It's in the other room, but they're HO gauge trains. My house that I live in is 4,600 square feet. It's a very sensible home. The house that in Rocky Hill, the train club in the basement, is 12,000 square feet of track. 3 times the size of the house I live in, right? It's bigger than the house itself. This club has been running. They started building the trains in 1950, and this club formed in 1964. They're decades old. It's a nonprofit. They donate all their money to fire and EMT. So they've been building a professional model railroad train club in the basement of a home 5 minutes away for 75 years, right? And it is, dude, it's incredible. It's called Pacific Southern Railway. I'm a huge train buff. My house is too small to have model trains. My trains are in boxes in the basement of my house because I didn't have the room for them, right? I just have an average size house. So anyways, the club's been running for 75 years. It's unbelievable. It's bigger than the house itself. They knocked out a foundation wall and kept going under the lawn. So there's like a deck, a roof on top of the lawn, the grass, and underneath is part of the train layout. It's wild.
Like normal people, no offense to not call you normal, but normal people like build a man cave or like get a beach house or a lake house, and you bought a model train club?
The owner of the house and the president of the club sadly died from cancer last year. So it hits all the local papers in the Wall Street Journal last December that the widow is forced to sell the house. And anybody who buys this house can be like, okay, you and the train club can't come in 8 times a week to my home and go into the basement and open up the house every year to the public for 1,000 people to go through to look at the trains during the holidays. That no one's going to do that, right? So the night before it went up for public sale, my wife and I bought the house to save the train club. So we were there last night. I was there playing with trains and drinking bourbon last night.
Dude, I mean, that sounds like a fun time.
Manager.
Talking about being at home 100 nights, on the road 265 roughly. Like, I think that a lot of people think that you and the guys, it's all fun, it's all games, it's all just like, from the viewer's perspective, it looks very fun. But, going on tour, doing all this stuff. The other piece is you guys started in 1999, and basically the first big break came in 2007.
The guys and I from Jokers have been friends since high school. We met, in 1994, day one freshman religion class. In an all-boys Catholic high school. And then, after college, we formed a comedy troupe, did a lot of shit shows for a long time. And then, maybe 2007, we sold a pilot to Spike TV and then sold an improv comedy show to A&E. Both didn't go to series. And then eventually our third show we sold was Jokers to True TV back then. And that was 15 years ago, man. We've been filming since spring 2010. So 15 and a half years ago. We've shot 340 episodes so far. Still going. The show is still a blast. We're having a great time. The Jokers tour, we toured together for a long, long time. And I've solo toured for a long time as well, So it's a lot of fun. The show's still, a blast, man. It's still a blast to do. I have no real world skills. What do I do at this point? I'm stuck.
Honestly,
No
right?
joke.
I mean,
Joke.
you make
Last
people laugh.
last week I go to outside of Jokers, I write books, like horrors, like thrillers. And I went to Barnes and Noble last Tuesday to do a book signing for the paperback of one of my, I don't know if it's here somewhere, but the paperback of my thriller You Better Watch Out came out last week in stores. So we'll go to Barnes and Noble, like about an hour away, to do a book signing for fans. And afterward, my cousin and I, who I mentioned already, my cousin and I go next door to Applebee's. Dude, I haven't been to an Applebee's in like 15 years, right? And it was really good. It was actually pretty good. The food was pretty good. Anyways, so I say to the manager, I was like, he's a fan. I was like, dude, can I ask you a serious question? Like, if I apply for a job here, would I get it? He goes, I don't know. He goes, have you ever worked like in restauranting before? I said, no. I said, I have on TV. I've been a waiter 100 times on Jokers. I said, but I can't. I've been a manager on TV. I've been a doctor on TV, a lawyer on TV, whatever. I said, but I'm sure I could do it, but it might cause more of a distraction than anything. And he goes, I don't know if I'd give you a job. He goes, and he gave me a legit application because it starts from here. Like 5 minutes away from my house, they're building a Panera, and I said to my wife, I was like, "Well, I got like a few months off between seasons. Fuck it, I'm gonna apply for a job at Panera. I love Panera. Then I get to eat like broccoli cheddar soup for free, man. But I don't think they'd hire me.
He's like, no real world skills except for going on and making people laugh.
Yeah,
How long did it take from when you guys started the troupe, which is the Tenderloins, and we need to talk about the name, but how long did it take from that until like this was your full time gig?
it wasn't my full time gig until maybe season three, because my day job was I ran development for the TV company that makes Jokers. So my job was to create and sell TV shows. So I was still out pitching TV shows all the time, including Jokers. I pitched Jokers with the guys, and that's how we sold it. I ran development for this company, and so I was working on a lot of shows, like pitching and selling, developing, pitching, and selling TV shows for many, many years. I did it for like a decade, and then and I still did it during Jokers, and eventually, maybe like season 3 or 4, Jokers was just taking up so much time. I took a step back, and I would just do it like development for like on select projects that I wanted to pitch,
Yeah.
and then eventually I just left the company. It was just our careers had just gone in so much of a different.
Yeah. You shot 3 pilots.
Yeah.
Where in the process of putting out Jokers did you guys know that you had a home run?
I don't know if we ever did at the beginning. The show's a hidden camera show. You don't know if anybody's watching. And True TV was a small network, right? And now we're on TBS, of course, is a much larger network. But we didn't know if anybody was going to find it or watch it. The guys and I were coming out of Penn Station, New York City. We were a few seasons in, and we're like, is the show working? People watching it? And these two girls come up to us with their two boyfriends. They got like thick Long Island accents, right? The four of them. And the girls are like, oh my God, babe, look who it is. And the guy's like, who the fuck are these guys? And like, you don't know, those are the Impossible Pranksters on every Wednesday on Comedy Central. They got every detail wrong. We're on Thursdays on True TV, and there's Impractical Jokers. I was like, we did it, boys. We made it, So I think what made us feel like the show was working was the tour. Like, we started touring, we'd like just book comedy clubs and it sold out like that. I'm like, oh shit, man. Like, I didn't know people were watching the show. And then very quickly, only in a few months, we then jumped up to theaters. And then like a year or two later, we jumped up to larger theaters. And then 2-3 years later, we were doing arenas, right? Then we sold out Madison Square Garden, then Radio City 7 or 8 times, and the O2 Arena in London 7 times, the Boston Garden. And I was like, fuck, man, like, it's working. Like, people are watching the show. I think the tour is what made us feel like something was clicking.
Where in the world or where in America and what demographic are you the most famous with?
If you're in prison or in a hospital, you're probably watching Impractical Jokers.
Dude, I was going to say,
We're the
if
number
you,
one show of prisons and hospitals.
between Impractical Jokers and ridiculousness, like I've never been to a hotel that didn't have both of those just ripping.
I think we were hanging out with, do you know Eric Andre, the comedian, right?
Yeah.
He's been a guest. He's a friend of ours for many years. He's been a guest on Jokers a number of times. And I think we were talking to him like 2 years ago. We're like, oh, have you seen blah, blah, blah episode? He goes, no, I haven't been to prison or in a hospital lately.
Dude. Or like I would say like Midwest people loved Impractical Jokers because it's almost like I take it as like Midwest people don't have like the cojones to like go out there and do some of that stuff, but we like to do it for like to see it from a distance, like we like to see, oh, like wow, those guys are crazy.
Indy has always been really good to us, and fans come out all the time, always. Midwest for sure. Ohio, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, just home, just
Yeah.
we tour there all the time in those for a reason. You know what I mean?
How did the idea for doing a hidden camera show in Practical Jokers with you and your buddies start? Like what fire were you sitting around drinking bourbon, playing with trains, and someone was like, dude, we should make this a show.
There's a picture of the moment. We were in my apartment in Manhattan. We had no, I had Joe was my roommate. I had no money to live alone. I mean, Joe didn't even have electric in his room. He had it was like a one bedroom with a small home office, like a little closet, and we put a fake wall up there and ran an extension cord into his room. Because we didn't have enough money to live apart or not have a roommate. And the four of us were hanging out in our apartment, and I was working in TV development, and I said to the guys, I was like, I can sell a hidden camera show. They were coming back then, like 2009. So I was just out to drinks with like network execs, and they were saying they were looking for a hidden camera again. Like Punk'd just got greenlit with Justin Bieber as the host in like 2009, and then other networks were looking for hidden twists on the hidden camera format. So I said to the guys, I can sell a hidden camera show if we can come up with our twist on it. And none of us really wanted to do a prank show. We're not prank guys necessarily. So the four of us came up with the idea of twisting it upside down, where the joke's on us instead of the public. There's no prank on the public. We're the ones getting fucked with, right? And that
Yeah.
spin where we're the butt of the joke and not the public, plus our natural kind of chemistry, being friends for 36 years, was enough to do it. And then we pitched it, and that's it.
That is, I feel like what the part that makes it so like widely beloved is that like no one feels bad for you guys
Yeah.
really. Like when people in public get pranked, like there's like the Instagram, the YouTube videos and stuff, like people can kind of feel bad for the audience. Like no one feels bad when you get I literally before this prepped with watching the episode where Joe has to tell a little girl that she's like she can be whatever she wants except a baseball player and like president and like foxy boxing and all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so brutal. Do you guys sit around and come up with ideas? Like, do you just like brainstorm, or is it like drink a couple beers, like hang out, and like how do you ideate for the show?
Yeah, we spend like a month or 6 weeks at the top of a season, sometimes physically in a room together, but often on Zoom now, with our writers who've been on the show for many, many years, brainstorming ideas. We all always, the guys and I each have like secret things. So like right now we're between seasons and I'm just thinking of big ideas for next year. I worked on one idea for 5 years, right? So last season, like new episodes are back on TV January 15th, and the January 15th episode, Sal loses, and it's freaking hysterical, man. It's so funny. But this is an idea we've had for a long time, and we finally got to do it. Sal loses the episode, and we make him walk through a haunted house, which he's terrified of. He's so neurotic with haunts and scares. We make him go through a haunted house while on a Bluetooth phone call with Spectrum Cable, trying to cancel his cable service. Right? It's such a simple idea. Try to cancel your cable service while walking through a haunted house. It's so freaking funny. But that's something like we came up with like a year and a half ago, and it evolved. It was something else and became that, blah, blah, blah. We knew we wanted to put Sal in a situation where he had to cancel his cable while being terrified. And we just had to, put all the pieces together. But that'll be like January 15th on TV. That's a lot of the way it works out. It starts with something else, gets warped and twisted. Something falls through. We can't do that location, and something else opens up. And that's how it goes. It's just it's a constant evolving creative process.
Okay, what's been like an idea that's been pitched that you thought would be hilarious that you just can't pull off for television?
I did last season. I faked my own death, man.
Yes, and
I've been
that
planning
also
I've been planning it for 5 years. It's been twisted and turned for 5 years. Think about that, man. I've been planning this maybe longer. Maybe 2019 I started this. And it got so close so many times, and the idea evolved from I wanted to fake my own death in front of Sal, and for him truly to believe that I've fallen to my death, gotten killed, hurt, but it's all a long con. The whole thing's fake, right? It started years ago. The network used to have us shoot these like promo commercials for the show and for a brand integration, right? And they would always take us to like a waterfall, blah, blah. So my first idea was, and I tried and I got very far with this, was for us to be like on the edge of a cliff, shooting a commercial for the network, and then I do the old like Superman 2 where the kid's at Niagara Falls and he loses his grip on the railing, and then Superman flies down and saves him as he falls. I wanted to fall off the railing shooting a commercial for real, But Sal has no idea there's an airbag at the bottom of the cliff and I'm falling safely, right? But he'd see it from a distance and think I died. I got very close to that one. We're going to shoot. We knew the place we were going to shoot it, and then insurance nixed it. So then I twisted the idea, and last year I got so close to doing this one. It got greenlit. We had the junkyard, we had the crane, we had the boxcar, and then the weather turned, and we couldn't pull it off in January, and we couldn't pull it off in time for the end of the season. I was going to be in a train boxcar. Held up in the air by a magnet, a crane in a junkyard, right? And the crane was going to be swinging the boxcar around with me inside it while I was on a Zoom call doing press for the show. And no one would have any, but the boxcar is dressed like my living room, like here. You'd have no idea I'm in a train car being swung up in the air in a junkyard, and eventually the magnet would fail, and Sal would believe, he'd be seeing it, he would believe I would be collapse to the ground and just who knows what happened to me when the boxcar collapses. Secretly, I had switched out of the boxcar earlier into a duplicate that was on the ground, and I'm faking it the whole time. We got so close, dude. Had everything, the crane, the junkyard, the whole thing. And then we just ran out of time. It was last January, and the weather got too bad. It was too risky. It was like $100,000 punishment. And if it snowed that day, we're out $100,000, right? So we couldn't do it. Then I twisted it again. And last season, I finally freaking pulled it off on the second to last day of the season. And it still cost a lot of money, but we pulled it off. It was flip of a coin whether it would go, and we did it, and it went perfectly. Sal believed I lost the episode. I didn't. It was all double cross. The whole crew knew it was his punishment. Q knew it was his punishment. And for real, they strapped me to the hood of a race car on a racetrack while I was reading the audiobook for my Thriller You Better Watch Out, which came out last year. I had a helmet on, a fire suit. I'm strapped to the windshield of a car as it does 100 miles an hour around the track, holding a book up in the air, trying to read a chapter of the audiobook. And the crux of it was that the St. Martin's Press was for real going to put that audio chapter in the book itself, in the audiobook, right? What Sal didn't know, but the whole crew and Q knew, is that at a key moment in the track, like everyone riding around screaming for 10 minutes trying to read the chapter, at a key moment, the race car was going to pull around a blind spot in the track. A duplicate car was going to pull out at speed. Meanwhile, I get ripped off the car, strip off my fire suit, my helmet, and I've got an EMT outfit on underneath and a fake wig and hat. And a duplicate car pulls out with a stunt guy on top, dressed just like me, same helmet, same book in his hand. And at a key moment, the driver cuts the wheel too tight, and the stunt guy flies off the hood of the car and hits the ground and rolls. The whole crew we'd rehearsed it for hours, screams in unison and goes running across the racetrack. Sal takes the bait, screams, goes running across the racetrack, thinking I got killed, maimed, murdered. Meanwhile, I jump into an ambulance, I pull around the track, run out with other EMTs, and I start working on my own body on the ground, right? And Sal comes running over, he's having a full-blown heart attack, and at a key moment, I stood up, took the hat off, and said, "Well, Sal, I was never hurt. This is actually your punishment." And he just got up, walked away, and just kneeled down and put his head in his hands. I fucking got him, man. Got him.
I
You know?
saw that one. That took the internet by storm. I feel like it was like that might be the ultimate prank. I love it,
It
dude.
was so good that I'm like, we have to end the show. What do we do? I faked my death. What can I do better than that? Like, for real.
And that was
Listen,
6 years in the making.
it was 6 years in the making, that punishment, and we finally pulled it. It was flawless. And literally, like, I come back here to my house, right? That night, we finished shooting 6 o'clock. The crew had worked so hard. I had like a 3 hour all-you-can-eat ice cream truck for the whole crew, dessert truck. So
Yeah.
second to last day shooting, and so we're all partying, really, celebrating. We're on such a high. I come back to the house. I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth at like 11, 12 o'clock at night with my wife, getting ready for bed, and I finally stopped. My heart's still, and my adrenaline's so high. I turned to my wife. I said, "Did I go too far?" Like, me faking my death took 3 real years off my best friend's life.
Dude, I love it. We'll put a link to that clip for people to watch because it's phenomenal.
Got it.
Finally, I know we're coming close on time. I do have to ask, what can we expect for those of us who show up the first weekend in November? Right, it's the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. There's 5 shows. What can we expect from a Murr live show in Indianapolis?
Man, my live stand-up comedy show is very different from the other guys. The first half is stand-up comedy. I'll tell like horribly embarrassing stories from my own life that are really, really fun. And I show something that I that's absolutely batshit crazy. You're gonna love it. But the second half of the show, I make up as I go. I don't know what's gonna happen. I need volunteers in the audience. We play some games that the guys and I play on the tour bus. I'll need to borrow 3 people's cell phones. I start texting on their behalf from their phone, and we watch on screen at what happens. It's so much fun. And then the end of the show,
God.
the end of the show, we play Impractical Jokers live, meaning I choose someone from the audience, I put an earpiece in their ear, I'm going to send them out on the streets of Indianapolis. We're going to watch on screen the club, and live on the spot, they've got to do and say whatever I tell them to. It is wild, spontaneous, interactive, hysterical, batshit crazy. It's so much fun. Every show is different, so it keeps me very kind of creatively engaged. It's a blast, man. It really is a blast. I have so much fun on the tour. So if you want, I'll be at the Helium 5 shows November 6th through 8th. Get your tickets at murrlive.com. It's going to be so much fun. And then you'll see me drunk on a scooter afterward going back to the hotel from St. Elmo's.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, we want to wrap up, talk about some fun Indianapolis. What's been your favorite memory from visiting Indianapolis 100 times?
Okay, so he couldn't find the scootering video because the scootering video is myself, Joey from Fatone from NSYNC, and my cousin riding drunk in the streets of Indianapolis. But he says this is not scootering, but it's St. Elmo's. Found the dates, but no video of us scootering. He can't find the date. Okay, so let's say.
That could only be one thing.
That's the freaking cocktail sauce. That's the freaking cocktail sauce, man. It's so good and so bad. You feel like your head's gonna explode.
I love it. No, St. Elmo. Oh, are there any other spots that you have to stop through when you come and visit Indy?
You know, I mean, you'll see me undoubtedly at it's still St. Elmo's at the freaking awesome Speakeasy cocktail bar on the 2nd floor is so cool, man. But I'm all over. We're out all the time in Indianapolis. You see me all over the streets after shows. It's so much fun. I love the city so much.
I love it. Okay, final question for you. Obviously, you grew up on the East Coast, spent a lot of time out there. New Jersey now, a train aficionado. But as you were coming up, and a lot of times we think Indiana is pretty overlooked, not really thought about a ton. What was your perception of Indiana?
I've always had a good perception of Indiana, but when you're a lot of corn, especially in the state, not so much in Indianapolis, but all over the state. But we've been there so many times. What was my perception? I don't know. I don't think anybody is there really a strong perception of Indianapolis or Indiana? Like just good people. Oh, you know what's outside Indianapolis that I love? I can't remember the name of it anymore. There's maybe when you're approaching Indianapolis from I don't know what direction. There's a great like theme park. It's not like a roller coaster theme park. It's like an outdoor theme park with like for kids, like slides you go down and stuff like that, and like hay. And I'm sure it's open right now for the fall. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Hold on. I bet you can find it. Well,
Outdoor theme park for kids. Oh, I'll have to do my research. I'll figure it out.
It's like for the fall. It's like a fall farm. It's a farm all the way into Indy, where they have like you get on a thing and slide on the hills, and they've got like tractor pulls, all that stuff. It's undoubtedly open right now, but most of the year it's a working farm. It's outside of Indy, maybe like 45 minutes outside of Indy when you're on the way into the city itself.
Lark Ranch in Greenfield.
That's it. We went last year. Last year I'm on the way to into Indy, and we're driving by. You're on that freaking 4-lane highway that it's on.
You're coming on 70 from probably Columbus, Ohio.
Correct. We were in Columbus, and then we're driving by, and we made a U-turn. I was like, "We're fucking going, guys." We were like a half hour from Indy. I was like, "Fuck it, let's go." We pull a U-turn, and I have videos on my phone of us. We spent the whole day there. It was a blast.
I love it, man. It's incredible. Okay, if people want to buy tickets, it's November 6th, 7th, and 8th. 5 shows at murrlive.com.
Murrlive.com, you get there, and I'll be there in 2 weeks. Can't wait to see you all.
Heck yeah, dude. Appreciate you, and we'll see you at the show.
You got it, buddy. Take care. Nice to meet you.
From one high energy guy to another, that guy brings the juice. Holy smokes. Really excited about his upcoming show. Check the link in the description to get tickets to that. Now, this next portion of the show is sourced from you all in the audience. This past Monday, I put out something on my Instagram story saying, what questions do you want to know? And we got a bunch of questions asked, so I'm going to go through and answer some of them right now. Oh, Allison asked me, where did you live growing up? I'm from Bourbon, Indiana. It is right between Plymouth and Warsaw on US 30, up about 30 minutes south of South Bend, fed into Triton School District. Go Trojans. So small town, northern Indiana, like 1,500 people in the town, one stoplight, a pizza place, a bar. It was an awesome place to grow up. From there, I went to Greencastle. So like over 10,000 people. They had a Walmart, not a small town. I mean, it is a small town, but I grew up in northern Indiana in a small town, and now I live here in Indianapolis. Next question. What's your favorite Indiana donut? So this is a hard one. I really like Parlor donuts. They're like the big fluffy croissant ones. Like they're really, really fire, but they're almost like not really a traditional donut. I do think if you're going traditional donuts, because I'm probably more of a cinnamon roll guy than a donut guy. They've worked with us the last 2 years for the Indy 500. You cannot go wrong with Long's Donuts, the original glazed. They are fantastic. I really, really like those. I think it's an iconic piece of the west side of downtown Indianapolis. I think that they are and they're a phenomenal product. Like anyone who says that they don't like Long's Donuts is crazy. So I would say Parlor is kind of like my fancy donut, and Long's is like my OG original. Also, special shout out to Northern Indiana staple. You gotta love Rise and Roll. Actually, our editor Will, he actually worked at a Rise and Roll for most of high school. Good dude. Their cinnamon sugar powder stuff is like crazy. Final question that we're going to answer for the day. Jennifer Magley, she's great. You should follow her. She's on this journey to get on Pat McAfee's show. Like she's posted like every day for 365 days trying to get on Pat McAfee's show. She's great, super high energy, great person. She asked, what's your greatest dream for your career? I think when I look back at my career one day, and it's all said and done, I want to have built something that mattered. I believe that what we're doing here with Get Indiana is impactful, fun work that the state needs, promoting whether it's small business or places to visit or just creating this sense of statewide pride in the Hoosier State. I think is really important, and I hope to continue to do it for a long, long time. And that when we look back, when, I don't know, I'm 28, so 60 years from now, in 2085, when I look back on this body of work and all of the podcasts and the videos and the newsletters and everything we've built, I hope we can look back and say the work that Nate, the work that this team did, really mattered and moved the needle and made a huge impact for the state of Indiana. I think that would be my goal. That's for my career. Shout out to Jennifer. Seriously, go follow her on Instagram. She's a great follow. We're going to continue to sprinkle these out. I have like 20 more questions to ask. But if you have a question, feel free to DM it to me. Feel free to email it to me, nate@natespangle.com. Happy to chat. Now I'm joined by special guest Nicole Pence, where we talk about a few brands across Indiana that are crushing it in social media and what you can do to revamp your social media for your small business. Okay, we come to the part of the show. We're going to be talking all things social media. I'm joined in studio by Nicole Pence Becker. Nicole, what's up?
What's up?
I'm pumped. So everyone who knows, we know social media at Get In, and PMG knows social media. What we're talking about is brands around Indiana, the top 3 brands that we're seeing that are doing innovative or fun content that they're putting out on social media. Okay?
I'm ready.
Seem like a plan?
And here's the thing about the brands. It's like, yes, people can do social media and they can publish something once or twice. It's the consistency that I really like. So I'm following the companies or the people or the brands that are like constantly thinking about, I want to inform them, give them a resource, or just entertain them.
Yeah.
I got a little list for you.
Oh, I'm in it. So I have some too. So we can trade some thoughts here on brands that are doing cool things. We're not gonna put these in any particular order. These are just 3 brands that are doing cool things on social media that are Indiana based.
I think that 3 Up Rooftop Lounge. I want to get that right. So, downtown, it's the only rooftop lounge.
I love that it's downtown. Like
downtown.
And I'm like, for me, downtown is downtown.
I'm talking Hamilton County, baby.
You're talking downtown Carmel. You're doing Midtown Carmel. That's downtown.
I'm talking Midtown Carmel. So 3 Up is just, it's cool. And the vibe up there is cool. And when I think about summer and going out and getting a babysitter, again, I got all the kids, I'm going to 3 Up. And their vibe on social makes you feel that energy and that enthusiasm. And like, I got to go have a drink with my girlfriends.
Oh, it's a whole vibe for sure. Like, I mean, there are times I've tried to go up there and like, if you get there too late, it's packed.
Yeah, no. And you're not, and even you, who like, you're a pretty cool guy. They're putting you in the line.
They're like, hey, wait in line, buddy. Because it's like, you have to ride the elevator up. It's definitely for like around central Indiana, when I think of rooftops, it's one of the coolest spots.
I agree.
And I'm like not usually like
bougie guy.
Carmel is the greatest, like blah, blah, blah. It's a cool spot for sure.
It's a cool spot.
I will say a brand that's doing cool things on social media that I've seen and I've been following along. Do you know the United State of Indiana?
Oh, I have seen that with the t-shirts and all the merch.
Yes.
I love Indiana merch.
Yeah, obviously. They make the best merch.
Okay.
And everyone's like, why don't you guys put out merch? We're going to work with them to put out a merch line. But it's like they're the merch Indiana experts. They have great shirts. They do. But they've been like clipping historical videos. Like they had one of the Indy 500 from maybe it was like 86 or something like that, where the car gets like turned over and they're racing to get inside the Indianapolis 500. It got like 6 million views.
Okay, can you reshare that?
Yeah,
for everybody?
absolutely. You guys, we'll link it in the show notes too. It's a crazy, insane video of a news reporter in the 80s talking about the dash for the North 40 lot or whatever, and United States of Indiana put it out. They gained like, I don't know, 15,000 followers from one video.
See, but think about how much more, like they researched it. They took time to create the story around it and then they did the merch. Like that kind of stories are really cool to me when you see like, they actually brought some history and taught us something. Like I love that. That's cool.
Oh, we just put out one that was, did you ever see the commercials for Crazy Mickey? Crazy Mickey, the Beeper King. I sell pages for $1.19.
No.
Oh, it was a Central Indiana thing. One of my friends has said, like, dude, you need to start like putting out vintage commercials and like helping people relive their childhood. And this video, in one day, it got like 255,000 views. Oh, it's a 90.
How did I miss that?
It's a 50-second commercial that we put out. That like people are just like, this is so funny. Like this has free real estate in my head. So it's an interesting way to.
Hey, anything that lives rent free in your head is doing something right.
What's another brand that you see that's crushing it on social media?
Okay, I gotta say the Keeping Up Local brands. So I have to say that because I'm a big fan of Chelsea Kopelman and what she's built online and the Keeping Up Local, and she's growing it. And now she's trying to go to outside of Indiana, other states. And I'm watching the Greenwood area grow. And I like, in general, everything on the South Side, I love. I mean, Bargersville is growing. I mean, I'm from Columbus. Yeah. So that's even getting a little bit down there, called South Side, right? Yeah. But right. I'm impressed. I follow all of the Keeping Up accounts as a mom, as a female, like,
they crush.
I'm a big fan.
Like we had Chelsea on the podcast, and she was talking about like they have like Albuquerque and somewhere Rockford, Michigan.
But now they just put out they want somebody in Lexington, Kentucky,
Cincinnati.
Which I used to live in Lexington, so I sent it like to 7 people I thought would be helpful.
Yeah.
I think Cleveland was on there, so. Get it, girl.
Dude, they're slowly building an empire.
As she should.
It's awesome. I'm
a good
I'm
idea
a big fan.
a good idea.
Oh my gosh. And like being able to go and execute that.
That's right.
Like I think that a lot of people have good ideas, but it all comes down to.
We talked about that when I came in. It's like, I'm glad that you have a good idea, but are you going to be a great executor? Show me that.
Okay, let me think. Other brands around the state of Indiana that are doing cool things on social. Isaac Plahico. He's at Eyes of Isaac, and he is like a videographer, producer. Like he helps make content for people. So like, but he's not an influencer. He's like holds cameras and edits it.
No, he's a video production guy.
Yeah, video production.
He's hired by companies.
Yes.
I feel like I started following him too. Is he on the South Side or downtown?
Yes, he was. He just moved to Carmel.
Yeah.
He was a Franklin Central guy.
Okay, I need to connect with this guy.
And now he just moved to Carmel. He's getting married very soon. But he is like, if I think of like a dynamic duo, it would be like me, like I come on and I just like scream and yell and like blah, 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 and like bring the energy. And like the videos that he creates are just beautiful. Like it's cinematic masterpiece. Like he literally wants to get into, he calls it cinematography. That's what he wants to do.
Love that.
And I'm like, oh, you make videos? He's like, yeah, like a little, like he's like takes it, it's such an art form. So Isaac, Eyes of Isaac, shout out to him. He makes some of the best videos, and he just crushes on social media. So the brands that end up working with him, I got introduced through St. Elmo. They work a lot with him, and the brands that work with Isaac are just crushing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up for several reasons. Maybe I need to hire him. That's awesome. Like our client.
Yeah,
We use them and
absolutely.
we can produce it alongside
There
them.
you go.
That's amazing.
Okay, who do you got? Final
You know
one,
who
number
I'm
3.
you know who I'm really enjoying following on social media is Connor Daly,
Yeah.
IndyCar driver.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, he got a new team this season. Okay. You know, that's a huge thing. New team, new car, new everything, new engineer, all the things. And he's racing some of the best races he's raced ever in his career. And he's sharing really, really authentically and vulnerable. Like if he has a good race, he's like, here's what happened and here's what didn't do well. Here's where I messed up. Here's where the car slowed down for me. Like, I'm loving it.
Or like when he pees his pants, he just like talks about that.
And
right?
that was fun. Like
and then he gets signed by Depends.
Yeah,
like
so the Indy
give us
500,
It's
right?
incredible.
And I'm obsessed with him because he has type 1 diabetes. And I've got one of my sons has type 1 diabetes. And he was recently at a big conference to support T1D awareness. And he wrote all this posts and all this literature. And he's just such a good advocate. Like there's only one, I think he and one other race car driver. And I think all of the series, like even NASCAR has type 1 diabetes. And so I'm just saying hats off to you, Connor, for doing that.
Great job, Connor. He's crushing. He's a previous guest of the pod. People need to go check him out.
And I think he just hit over like 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh.
So like so I'm saying like, it's not only that his content shifted, I think he has a videographer now. Like there's a lot going on there. Like he's put effort into it.
Yeah, a lot of these like drivers or personalities are like realizing they can have this other income stream and like be more valuable to teams if they bring like, hey, like, you know, AM, PM or whoever, he's going to make reels for him. Like that's pretty cool.
And I think it's paying off, right? And like here I am watching every single thing and commenting on it.
Amen. There we go. I love it. Okay, those are some brands around Indiana that are crushing it on social media. Nicole, thanks for stopping by.
Always.
That's a wrap on this spooktacular episode of Get In. I really hope you enjoyed. Have the greatest weekend ever. Be safe if you're out there taking your kids trick-or-treating. If you're going to be at the state finals tonight or tomorrow, let us know. We'll be out there rocking and rolling. Good luck to all teams participating in sectionals for football, for state, for soccer, boys, girls soccer, the whole 9 yards. It's a great time to live in the state of Indiana. It's a great time to be a Hoosier sports fan. The Colts are rocking. The Indiana Hoosiers are rocking. Purdue basketball just around the corner. Great stuff coming up. We have a great lineup of shows coming out for you next week. Make sure you tune in here. Leave us an honest review. Hopefully it's 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcast. And we'll see you next Monday.